much, Speaker, and to the Minister of Health as well for the response, including setting out some of the criteria which will be taken into consideration for the reactivation of the TraceTogether program. I have a follow-up SQ, and it really was an article in the Straits Times yesterday, which said, and I quote, that TraceTogether tokens and even SafeEntry gateway boxes are government properties, and throwing them away could be considered an offence. And it then goes on to list certain offences under the Penal Code, Vandalism Act, and Computer Misuse Act. And I think this causes some alarm among people who may have inadvertently disposed of or misplaced their tokens. So it'll be very helpful to have some clarification on what to do with these tokens and what happens if there has been any inadvertent disposal, as well as some assurance in terms of the data that is or isn't collected while the app still remains in the phone. Thank you.
Thank you. I read the article as well, and I thought there might be an SQ on it. I will need to check with GovTech with regard to the status of all the equipment. As for those who have inadvertently disposed of them, do report them. So I'm sure government agencies will be as helpful as they can to try to replace them. I think our key consideration is not so much about protection of the equipment, but to make sure that should we have another variant of concern, businesses, individuals, we are ready to respond. Ms. Nadia Samdin also asked, Mr. Speaker, about the data. I mentioned this in an earlier reply, which is that for events, for example, nightlife with dancing, where SE data is still collected, it will be purged very quickly. Yeah.
Mr. Willen.